6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has ordered Federal Board of Revenue to identify institutions, companies and individuals involved in sales tax fraud. Deputy Prime Minister has emphasized leveraging economic diplomacy to attract investment and deepen trade ties, especially with the European Union. Pakistan has expressed readiness to resume negotiations with Afghan Taliban in Istanbul. Security forces have killed 22 terrorists in 3 separate operations in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged international human rights organizations to pressure India to release detained Kashmiri leadership. Chinese president says China and the United States can work together to accomplish more concrete things for the good of the whole world. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has instructed probe in identifying institutions, companies and individuals involved in the sales tax fraud. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today on reforms within the Federal Board of Revenue, he expressed strong displeasure over the past incidents of tax fraud. He instructed that a forensic audit of the Pakistan Revenue Automation Limited system be conducted by an international consultancy firm. The investigation committee has been tasked with submitting its report within 3 weeks. The Prime Minister also ordered strict legal action against those identified in the forthcoming report. During the meeting, he was briefed on ongoing reforms within FBR, particularly in PRAL. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar has emphasized leveraging economic diplomacy to expand exports, attract investment, and deepen trade and economic ties, especially with the European Union and other key partners. He was chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today to review the overall strategy for economic diplomacy and enhancing trade. The meeting reviewed progress since the last session of the committee. Pakistan has agreed to resume negotiations with Afghan Taliban in Istanbul at the request of hosts. According to sources, the Pakistani delegation, which was about to depart, will now stay in Istanbul. The sources said the decision has been made to give peace another chance by continuing the negotiation process. The said talks will focus on Pakistan's main demand that Afghanistan takes clear, verifiable and effective action against terrorists. Sources said Pakistan has once again emphasized that Afghan soil should not be used for terrorism against Pakistan. Security forces have killed 22 terrorists in 3 separate operations in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to Inter-Services Public Relations, an intelligence-based operation was conducted in the general area Chiltan Mountains, Quetta district, on the reported presence of the terrorists. During the operation, security forces effectively engaged the terrorist locations, and after an intense fire exchange, 14 Indian-sponsored terrorists were killed. In another operation in Buleda, Cage district, a terrorist hideout was busted and 4 terrorists were neutralized. Weapons, ammunition and explosives were also recovered from the killed terrorists, who remained actively involved in numerous terrorist activities. Meanwhile, in an operation in Bajor district, 4 Khawarij, including Kharji leader Amjad alias Mazahim, were killed during a precise and skillful engagement. According to ISPR, the killed Kharji commander Amjad was highly wanted by the law enforcement agencies. The government has also had money of 5 million rupees on him, as he remained actively involved in perpetuating numerous terrorist activities inside Pakistan while residing in Afghanistan. President Asif Ali Zardari and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif have appreciated security forces for eliminating 22 Kharjis in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In their separate statements, the President and the Prime Minister reaffirmed the government's commitment to complete the eradication of the scourge of terrorism from the country. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan and Oman have agreed to promote bilateral engagement to further strengthen bilateral ties. The understanding was reached during a meeting between Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi and Oman's Royal Minister General Sultan bin Muhammad Al Nomani in Muscat today. During the meeting, they discussed measures to resolve visa-related issues faced by Pakistani nationals. Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi said easing visa processes would enable more skilled Pakistani workers to find employment opportunities in Oman. He said Pakistan aims to expand partnership with Oman at all levels. In his remarks, Omani Royal Minister General Sultan bin Muhammad Al Nomani reaffirmed that Pakistan and Oman enjoy brotherly relationship. Pakistan has called for equitable and non-discriminatory access to civil nuclear cooperation to meet the country's energy needs. Speaking at the UN General Assembly plenary on the agenda item regarding the report of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Counselor at Pakistan's permanent mission to the UN, Syed Atif Raza, reaffirmed commitment to nuclear security. He said Pakistan underscores that removal of barriers for gaining equitable and non-discriminatory access to civil nuclear cooperation is of fundamental importance. Pakistani delegates said that there is a need to eliminate discrimination inherent in existing non-proliferation arrangements and establish a framework for promoting peaceful nuclear energy under appropriate international standards. He said Pakistan upholds the highest standards of the nuclear safety and security, which are in line with the AIE standards. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, New Delhi installed administration has dismissed 2 more Kashmiri Muslim government employees. According to Kashmir Media Service, they were dismissed without any investigation. Since revocation of the occupied Jammu and Kashmir's special status, Modi government has significantly intensified dismissal of Kashmiri employees, furthering its Hindutva agenda in the territory. Meanwhile, All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over deteriorating condition of illegally detained Hurriyat leaders and activists. In a statement in Srinagar, APHC spokesperson Abdul Rashid Minhas urged international human rights organizations to put pressure on India for the immediate release of these detainees. He said India is using illegal arrests and repressive tactics to intimidate Kashmiris, but emphasized that such measures would not succeed in crushing their resistance. China has expressed willingness to work with the United States for the good of the 2 countries and the whole world. The readiness was expressed by Chinese President Xi Jinping during his meeting with the US President Donald Trump at Bulletin in South Korea today. Chinese President said China and the United States are fully able to help each other succeed and prosper together. Xi Jinping said China and the United States should be partners and friends. The second T20 of 3-match series between Pakistan and South Africa will be played at Lahore tomorrow. The match will start at 8 p.m. South Africa lead the series 1-0. In the second semi-final of ICC Women's World Cup at Mumbai against India, Australia were 3-10 for 6 in 47 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Australia won the toss and chose to bat. Finally, the weather. Dry weather is expected over most parts of the country, while cold in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. Due to persistent dry weather and atmospheric pollution, the districts of eastern Punjab are likely to remain under the influence of smog. Citizens are advised to take precautionary measures. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister has ordered Federal Board of Revenue to identify institutions, companies and individuals involved in sales tax fraud. Pakistan has expressed readiness to resume negotiations with Afghan Taliban in Istanbul. Security forces have killed 22 terrorists in 3 separate operations in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.